Because most of us started families or got married by default, not necessarily prepared for it. Are you following me? Most of the things we encounter in our homes, our growing up did not prepare us for it. Do you understand? There was no structured academic or educational system that prepared us to be husbands. The only thing that qualified us to be husband or got married at some point at that time, for many of us, is we're in love. You felt different towards a particular person. She was the first thing on your mind in the morning and the last thing on your mind in the night. You were just feeling different about her. So for you, that qualifies you to be a husband to a woman. Only for you to get married and discover that that emotion of love was just the battery. You know the battery of a car. After you start a car, battery has finished its work. Am I right? Do you understand? It has transferred the power to alternator. Is that how it is in modern cars? Right? So at that time, even battery needs to be charged. That love that was the attraction have expiry date. So for many of us, our expiry date is short, 6 months after. Some people 3 months. There's a divorce in front of me that is 3 months after marriage right now. 3 months. And when they were getting married, when they came to me, I told them not to get married. Because there are certain conditions, basic conditions, requirements that we will need to see to us to be able to say this marriage will last. If it is just a feeling, we are treading on dangerous grounds. Am I talking? If love was enough, you will have married your first girlfriend. How many of you remember your first girlfriend? Some of you have to go far. That girl you say, I cannot do without. First crush. Years later, you are looking at the girl wondering, how me and you were, how did I? But once upon a time, you thought she was the best thing after sliced bread, right? You thought that was everything. But you see, so you realize that it's not enough. And I say the difference between the marriages of our grandfathers and our own in our generation is that our grandfathers didn't enter with love. Are you hearing me? They entered with understanding. Love was not the initial basic qualification. For us here is love. So when people come for premarital counseling, I ask them, are you in love with each other? And when we talk about this love, we're talking about emotion. Are you hearing me? We're talking about feelings. And that feeling has expiry date. Or some people, when the feeling die, they don't know how to recover.